Captain Maya Rivera stared at the screen on the bridge of her ship, the Horizon *. The small dot on the edge of the map caught her eye. "What's that?" she asked, pointing to the strange reading. "Unknown, Captain," said Officer Chen. "It's not in our charts." Maya nodded. "Change course. Let's check it out." The Horizon * was a human exploration ship. Its job was to find new places in space. Maya and her crew of 20 had been traveling for 3 months on this mission. As they got closer to the strange dot, their sensors picked up more information. "It's a planet," said Science Officer Paddle, "and it has life on it. But something's wrong with its sun." Maya ordered the ship to land. The planet was beautiful, covered in glowing forests and crystal lakes, but the sky was too bright. The sun looked angry and red. As the crew stepped onto the surface, they saw them, floating creatures that looked like jellyfish made of light. They glowed blue and purple and seemed to float through the air like they were swimming. "Amazing," whispered Maya. Suddenly, images filled her mind. She saw the planet thriving, then dying. She saw the sun growing hotter. She saw these creatures reaching out to other alien species, begging for help. And she saw them being turned away again and again. "They're talking to me," she gasped. "In my mind." Dr. Wilson, the team's biologist, looked excited. "They must be telepathic. They're showing you their story." The crew learned that these aliens called themselves the Lumini. They could speak through thoughts and images. They had lived on this planet for thousands of years. But now their sun was dying, changing in a way that would soon burn their world to ash. The Lumini showed Maya how they had reached out to the great civilizations of the galaxy. The tall, metal-skinned Arcturians, the four-armed Centauri, and others with amazing technology. All had refused to help. "Too much work," one alien leader had told them. "Your kind is meant to die out," said another. "Not worth our resources," said a third. One of the Lumini floated closer to Maya. It was larger than the others, with deeper blue light pulsing through its transparent body. Images came to Maya's mind. This was their leader, Elder Luminara. Maya felt the desperation of these gentle creatures. They had no ships, they couldn't leave their dying world, and no one would help them. "How long?" Maya asked aloud, knowing Luminara would understand. The answer came as an image. The sun growing redder, the planet burning, the Lumini fading away. 1 cycle of seasons, less than an Earth year. Maya looked at her crew. They all could see she had made a decision. "Call Earth Command," she ordered. "Tell them we found someone who needs our help." As she spoke, the Lumini around her glowed brighter, feeling her determination. For the first time in years, they felt something they had almost forgotten: hope. 3 days passed since the Horizon * found the Lumini. Captain Maya waited nervously in the ship's communication room. The screen flickered and showed the stern face of General Adams from Earth Command. "Captain Rivera, we've reviewed your report about these light jellyfish aliens," said the general. "The Lumini, sir," Maya corrected him. "And they need our help right away." The general frowned. "It's not that simple, Captain. Our scientists are very interested in these creatures. They can speak with their minds and turn radiation into food. That's amazing. But we got a message from the Galactic Consortium." Maya had heard of the Consortium before. It was a group of the most powerful alien civilizations who made rules for space. Humans were new members and didn't have much stay yet. "What did they tell you?" Maya asked, though she already guessed the answer. "They say we must not interfere. They call it the natural evolution doctrine. Some species die out naturally, and that's the way of the universe." The general looked uncomfortable. "They've warned us to leave the system immediately." Maya felt anger rise in her chest. "Sir, with all respect, that's wrong. The Lumini aren't dying because of nature. Their sun is changing faster than it should. And they're an advanced species. They just focused on developing their minds instead of building technology. I understand your feelings, Captain, but Earth can't risk making the consortium angry. We need more time to consider this situation. After the call ended, Maya walked outside where Dr. Wilson was studying a group of Lumini. They won't help, he asked, seeing her face. They're thinking about it, Maya said, but they're afraid of the consortium. Elder Luminera floated toward Maya. The images in Maya's mind showed the Lumini's fear and sadness. They had hoped humans would be different. Making a sudden decision, Maya reached out toward Luminera. I may not speak for all of Earth yet, but I make you this promise. We will not abandon you. Maya gathered her crew that evening. Earth Command is still deciding what to do. But we don't have time to wait. The Lumini showed me their knowledge about their son. Dr. Wilson and I believe we might be able to help them, even with just our ship's resources. That would be against orders, Officer Chen said quietly. I know, Maya nodded. I'm not ordering any of you to help, but I'm staying, with or without permission. One by one, the crew members nodded. The consortium doesn't know humans very well, said Engineer Rodriguez with a smile. We don't like being told who we can and can't help. That night, Maya sent a new message to Earth. She explained what the Lumini could teach humans about telepathy, energy conversion, and cosmic knowledge gathered over thousands of years. She described how helping them could advance human science by decades. But more importantly, she concluded, humans know what it means to stand alone against extinction. We faced disasters and survived because we refused to give up. The Lumini deserve the same chance. I hope Earth will support us. If not, the Horizon and her crew will do what we can alone. As she finished the message, Maya noticed the ship's systems working faster than normal. Outside, hundreds of Lumini surrounded the Horizon, their glow strengthening the ship's power. Even now, they were helping the humans who had promised to save them. 2 weeks passed. Maya's message to Earth had stirred up strong feelings. Scientists were excited about the Lumini. Regular people heard the story and demanded that Earth help them. Finally, Earth Command made a decision. They would send Ambassador Chen to the consortium's space station to argue for the Lumini. Meanwhile, on the Lumini planet, Maya and Dr. Wilson made an important discovery. Captain, look at this. Dr. Wilson pointed to his screen. The Lumini's telepathy is extraordinary. They can share thoughts across their entire planet instantly. Maya watched as colorful patterns moved across the screen. What does this mean for us? It means they could revolutionize how we communicate, Dr. Wilson explained. No more delays in space messages. Instant communication across any distance. Maya understood now. Is that why the consortium doesn't want to help them? They're afraid of the Lumini's abilities. The doctor nodded. The Arcturians control all long-distance communication in the galaxy. They charge high prices for it. The Lumini would change everything. Maya immediately recorded this information and sent it to Ambassador Chen. At Proxima Station, the giant space center where the consortium met, Ambassador Chen faced the alien leaders. The room was filled with different species, the tall, metallic Arcturians, the four-armed Centauri, and a dozen other alien races. Humans are young in space travel, Chen began, but we understand what is right. The Lumini are an advanced species with much to teach all of us. The Arcturian leader, Commander Zex, stood up. His metal skin reflected the room's lights. Humans are too emotional to understand galactic balance. Some species rise, others fall. It is the way of the universe. It is not balance when you let a species die because you fear their abilities, Chen replied. His tablet beeped with Maya's new information. Chen looked at the message and smiled. Perhaps the real reason has nothing to do with balance. The Lumini's telepathic abilities would end your monopoly on communication technology, wouldn't it, Commander? The room erupted in surprised voices. Many consortium members didn't know this. A Centauri representative named Trell spoke up. Is this true, Commander? Are we condemning a species to protect business interests? Commander Zex's metal face couldn't show emotion, but his voice was cold. "The humans have no right to question our decisions. We have maintained order in this galaxy for 10,000 years. Order is not always justice," Chen replied. As the debate heated up, a new message arrived from Earth. Chen read it and stood taller. "Earth has made its decision," he announced. "We formally request permission to help the Lumini. If permission is denied, we will help them anyway." The alien leaders were shocked. No new species had ever defied the consortium openly. "You would risk everything for these creatures?" asked a small green alien. "We would," Chen said simply, "because one day it might be humans who need help, and we hope others would do the same for us." Commander Zex slammed his metal hand on the table. "Your request is denied. Any human ship that remains in Lumini space will be considered hostile." As the meeting ended, Trell the Centauri approached Chen privately. "Not all of us agree with this decision," he whispered. "Some of us admire what humans are doing." Back on the Lumini planet, Maya received the news. Earth would support her, but the consortium had declared them enemies. Now they had to find a way to save the Lumini before the consortium could stop them. Captain Maya stood on the bridge of the Horizon Asterisk, watching as 16 more ships appeared in the sky above the Lumini planet. Earth had sent everything they could: science vessels, cargo ships, and even 3 colony transports. "All ships reporting in, Captain," said Officer Chen. "Operation Sanctuary is ready to begin." Maya nodded. It had been her idea, a plan to save the Lumini without moving them from their home. The ships would build a giant shield in space around the planet to protect it from the dying sun's harmful rays. "Tell all ships to start unloading their materials," Maya ordered. "We have less than 6 months before the sun becomes too dangerous." But they were not alone. At the edge of the system, 5 consortium battleships appeared. Their message was clear: "Stop what you are doing or be destroyed." Maya called an emergency meeting with all the human captains. "The consortium ships are blocking the direct path between us and Earth," she explained. "We won't get more supplies or help." Captain Singh of the transport ship Nova spoke up. "We knew this might happen. We brought everything we could. The question is, can we finish the shield before they stop us?" Dr. Wilson displayed his plans on the screen. "The shield needs to cover the entire planet. We'll build it in sections, using the Lumini's ability to manipulate energy to power it. The consortium gave us 48 hours to leave," Maya said. "After that, they'll attack." One of the younger captains looked worried. 17 ships against their fleet. We can't win that fight." Maya smiled. "Who said anything about fighting? We're not soldiers. We're builders and scientists, and we have one advantage they don't expect: the asteroid belt." The plan was daring. The human ships would hide their work by staying on the far side of the planet from the consortium fleet. They would use the system's dense asteroid belt to block the consortium's sensors and to gather materials. Work began immediately. Human engineers taught the Lumini how to help construct the shield sections. The Lumini learned quickly, their glowing bodies able to work in space without suits. Elder Luminera joined Maya on the Horizon Asterisk as they watched the first section of the shield rise into orbit. "Your people risk much for us." Luminera's thoughts appeared in Maya's mind, accompanied by feelings of gratitude. "Humans know something about facing impossible odds," Maya replied. "Throughout our history, we've survived by working together and finding solutions others thought impossible." The first 3 days went well. The shield was growing faster than expected, as more Lumini mastered construction techniques. But on the 4th day, disaster struck. "Captain, the consortium fleet is moving," Officer Chen called out. "They've detected the shield components." Maya watched as the enemy ships changed formation. They were coming around the planet, weapons ready. "Send the signal," Maya ordered. "Operation Scatter." Across the system, all 17 human ships suddenly changed course, each flying in different directions. Some dived into the asteroid belt, others skimmed the planet's atmosphere, and 3 shot straight toward the sun. What are they doing? The consortium commander wondered, confused by the humans' chaotic movements. What looked like panic was actually a carefully planned maneuver. Each human ship carried vital shield components, and now they were delivering them to different construction points, while the consortium tried to track them all. They cannot catch all of us, Maya told Luminara, and we only need a few more days to complete enough of the shield to protect your people. As the Horizon sped through a narrow gap between 2 asteroids, Maya knew the real battle for the Lumini's survival had begun. For 3 days, the human ships played a dangerous game of hide-and-seek with the consortium fleet. They darted between asteroids, used the planet's moon for cover, and sometimes flew dangerously close to the sun. On the Horizon Maya watched the shield's progress. It was now 40% complete, forming a giant net of connected panels in space above the Lumini world. The consortium has caught 2 of our supply ships, Officer Chen reported. The Galileo and the Darwin are being escorted out of the system. Maya frowned. What about their crews? Safe, but that's 20% of our building materials lost. Dr. Wilson burst onto the bridge, his face excited. Captain, I've made a breakthrough. He showed Maya and the other officers his discovery. By studying the Lumini's natural glow, he had found that they could create their own energy field. The Lumini don't just use light. They can create and shape it, he explained. If enough of them work together, they could strengthen our shield or even replace the sections we couldn't build. Maya immediately called Elder Luminara to discuss the idea. It is possible. Luminara's thoughts appeared in Maya's mind. But it would require many Lumini working as one mind. We have not done this for generations. Can you try? Maya asked. Luminara's glow pulsed. Yes. We will begin immediately. The next day, an amazing sight appeared. Thousands of Lumini floated up from the planet into space. They formed a living pattern, connecting with the human-built shield sections. Their bodies glowed brighter than ever, creating streams of energy that filled the gaps in the shield. From the consortium flagship, Commander Zex watched in disbelief. Impossible, he muttered. The Lumini have never shown this ability before. His second-in-command checked the sensors. Sir, the radiation levels are dropping on the planet's surface. The shield, it's actually working. Zex slammed his metal fist on his chair. Prepare all weapons. Target the main shield generators. We will end this now. Back on the Horizon Maya received the warning. All ships, defensive positions, she ordered. Protect the shield generators at all costs. The human ships formed a line between the approaching consortium battleships and the shield. It seemed hopeless. The consortium vessels were bigger, with stronger weapons and shields. They're charging weapons, Officer Chen said quietly. Maya looked at the brave human crews on her screen, then at the thousands of Lumini who were literally giving their light to save their world. We've come too far to give up now, she said. All ships, hold position. Just as the consortium fleet prepared to fire, something unexpected happened. 3 new ships appeared at the edge of the system. They were sleek and green, vessels of the Viridian race, known for staying neutral in consortium matters. This is Ambassador Vela of the Viridian Confederation, came a message on all channels. We stand with the humans and the Lumini. Any attack on them will be considered an attack on us. The consortium ships hesitated. The Viridians were respected and powerful. Commander Zex was furious but cautious. Hold fire, he ordered. For now. On the Horizon Maya received a private message from Ambassador Vela. Captain Rivera, the Viridians have watched with interest. Your people's courage has impressed us. We have much to discuss about the consortium and the Lumini's true history. Maya looked out at the shield, now glowing with combined human technology and Lumini energy. For the first time, she allowed herself to feel hope. We're not alone anymore, she told her crew. And neither are the Lumini. Maya sat with Ambassador Vela in the meeting room of the Horizon Asterisk. The Viridian's green skin seemed to shimmer under the lights. Elder Luminara floated nearby, her light pulsing gently. "There is something you should know about the Lumini," Vela said. "They were not always confined to this one planet." Maya leaned forward. "What do you mean?" 5,000 years ago, the Lumini lived on many worlds across the galaxy, Vela explained. They were peaceful explorers and healers, but the Arcturians feared them. Because of their telepathic abilities, Maya guessed. Vela nodded. The Arcturians had just begun building their communication empire. They saw the Lumini as a threat, so they trapped most of the Lumini on this planet and spread lies about them being primitive, and then left them to die when their sun began to change, Maya said angrily. Luminara's thoughts entered Maya's mind. We lost much of our history. The knowledge was suppressed for generations. Only our oldest memories contained fragments of truth. The Viridians knew this all along. Maya asked Vela. We suspected, but we had no proof until recently. We have been watching how humans fight for the Lumini. It gave us courage to stand up to the consortium as well. Their meeting was interrupted when Officer Chen rushed in. Captain, a consortium ship is approaching, but they're sending a friendly signal. On the screen appeared the face of a young Centauri scientist. I am Trell, he said. My ship wishes to defect and help your cause. Maya was suspicious. Why would you turn against your own people? Not all in the consortium agree with Commander Zex, Trell explained. Some of us believe the treatment of the Lumini is wrong. I've brought scientists who want to help with your shield technology. Maya looked at Vela, who nodded slightly. Allow them to dock, Maya decided. With the Viridians' help and Trell's team of defectors, work on the shield accelerated. The Lumini continued to add their energy to the structure. After 2 more days, the shield was 70% complete. But Commander Zex was not idle. He had called for reinforcements. Captain, Officer Chen called out. Multiple consortium warships entering the system, at least 15 vessels. Maya rushed to the bridge. The shield wasn't finished yet. If the consortium attacked now, everything would be lost. They're charging weapons, Chen reported grimly. Maya made a quick decision. All ships form a defensive line. We need to buy more time for the shield to reach critical coverage. The human fleet, joined by 3 Viridian ships and Trell's vessel, positioned themselves between the approaching consortium fleet and the shield. It was 17 ships against 15, but the consortium ships were much larger and more powerful. They're targeting the main shield generator, Chen warned. Intercept course, Maya ordered. The Horizon Asterisk shot forward, placing itself directly in the line of fire. The first consortium blast hit the Horizon Asterisk hard. The ship shuddered, and warning alarms blared. Shields down to 40%, reported the engineer. We can't take another direct hit like that. Through the view screen, Maya saw the Lumini working frantically to complete their section of the shield. They needed just a little more time. Hold position, she commanded. Everyone, hold position. As the consortium fleet prepared to fire again, Maya received an unexpected message from Earth. It was General Adams himself. Captain Rivera, reinforcements are on the way. Earth has convinced 3 neutral species to join our cause. Hold on. Maya smiled grimly as the enemy ships approached. We're not finished yet, Commander Zex. Not by a long shot. The space around the Lumini planet exploded with light as the battle began. The consortium ships fired their powerful weapons. The human fleet, along with their Viridian and Centauri allies, fought back bravely. Evasive maneuvers, Maya shouted as a blast rocked the Horizon Asterisk. Her ship spun away from the attack, returning fire with its smaller weapons. Maya knew they couldn't win by fighting normally. The consortium ships were too strong, but humans had always been good at finding new ways to fight. Connect me to all our ships, she ordered. When all captains could hear her, Maya explained her plan. We need to coordinate our movements perfectly. and I know how we can do it." She turned to Elder Luminera, who floated nearby. "Can the Lumini help our ships communicate instantly, like they do with each other?" Luminera's glow brightened. "Yes. We can create a telepathic network for all your captains." Within minutes, each human ship had several Lumini on board. For the first time in the galaxy's history, a fleet moved with perfect coordination, sharing thoughts rather than sending signals. The human ships seemed to know what the others would do before they moved. "They're flying like one mind," Commander Zek said in disbelief as his shots missed again and again. But the consortium still had more firepower. 3 human ships were badly damaged. The shield was now 85% complete, but the main generator was still vulnerable. Suddenly, Zek's flagship, the massive Dominion Asterisk, targeted the generator with all its weapons. "Everyone, protect the generator," Maya ordered, but she knew they couldn't reach it in time. In that desperate moment, Dr. Wilson and Elder Luminera made a risky decision. They gathered thousands of Lumini into a tight formation directly in front of the generator. "What are they doing?" Officer Chen asked. Maya watched in awe as the Lumini formed a living shield. Their bodies glowed brighter than ever before, creating a wall of pure energy. When the Dominion's weapons fired, the energy blast hit the Lumini shield. The light was blinding. The Lumini absorbed the attack, but many of them flickered and faded. They were dying to save their world. "We can't let them sacrifice themselves," Maya said. She made the hardest decision of her life. "Set collision course for the Dominion's weapons array." "Captain, that's suicide," Chen protested. "Not if we time it right. We hit their weapons, then jump to emergency escape pods." Maya took manual control of her ship. "The rest of you keep fighting." The Horizon shot forward, directly toward the massive consortium flagship. The Dominion's weapons were still recharging after their attack on the Lumini shield. "All non-essential crew to escape pods," Maya ordered. "On my mark." The Horizon approached the Dominion at maximum speed. Commander Zek saw what was happening too late. "Evasive action," he ordered, but his massive ship couldn't turn quickly enough. "Now," Maya shouted. The escape pods launched just as the Horizon slammed into the Dominion's main weapons array. The explosion was enormous. The Dominion's weapons were destroyed, and the Horizon broke apart. Maya's escape pod was hit by debris and sent spinning away from the battle. Inside her damaged pod, Maya could barely stay conscious. Through the small window, she saw the shield glowing brighter as more Lumini joined it. They were going to succeed. As darkness closed in, Maya smiled. Her last thought before passing out was of the Lumini, safe on their world beneath the shield that humans helped build. Maya floated in darkness. Her escape pod had lost power after the crash with the Dominion Asterisk. With her oxygen running low, she drifted in and out of consciousness. Suddenly, Maya felt a warmth in her mind. Images flowed through her thoughts. Not memories, but something new. She saw the Lumini planet as it once was, thousands of years ago. She saw Lumini ships traveling between stars, bringing healing and knowledge to other worlds. "Am I dying?" she wondered. "No, Maya Rivera. You are connecting." The voice in her mind was Luminara's, but somehow different, deeper and more powerful. Miles away, in the medical bay of a Viridian ship, Dr. Wilson watched over hundreds of injured Lumini. Their light had grown dim from the battle, but now something strange was happening. All the Lumini began to pulse with the same rhythm, their glow strengthening. "What's happening to them?" asked a Viridian doctor. Before Wilson could answer, he gasped and grabbed his head. Images filled his mind, the same ones Maya was seeing. All across the fleet, humans, Viridians, and even Trell's Centauri team experienced the same thing. On the consortium ships, confused officers reported the same phenomenon. Commander Zex himself fell to his knees as his mechanical mind was flooded with images and emotions. "They're inside my head," he shouted. Across the galaxy, on worlds light years away, billions of beings suddenly shared the same vision. They saw the Lumini's struggle. They felt the courage of the human fleet. They experienced Maya's sacrifice. On Earth, in the chambers of the World Council, leaders watched in awe as the walls themselves seemed to glow with Lumini light. "It's happening everywhere," General Adams reported. "Every planet in the consortium is experiencing this." What no one realized was that the combined stress of battle, the shield creation, and Maya's bravery had triggered something in the Lumini that had been dormant for millennia. Their true power as a connected consciousness that could reach across space itself. Back in her pod, Maya understood what was happening. Somehow, her mind had formed a special bond with Luminara during their time together. Now she was part of the awakening. The Lumini were never meant to be silent. Luminara's thoughts explained. "We were the connectors of all species, the bridge between different minds. The Arcturians feared this power and trapped us before we fully developed it." Through their shared connection, Maya directed rescue ships to her location. When they found her pod, she was barely breathing but smiling. As Maya recovered in the medical bay, the reports came in. The battle had stopped. The consortium fleet had withdrawn. Billions of beings across the galaxy had pressured their governments to help the Lumini after experiencing their shared vision. "What happens now?" Maya asked Luminara when she was strong enough to speak. "The galaxy is changing," Luminara replied, her glow brighter than ever. "The walls that separated minds are falling, and it began with humans, the one species brave enough to stand for another." Dr. Wilson entered the room, his face excited. "Captain, you won't believe this. The Lumini's expanded consciousness has given us new insights into their star. We might be able to stabilize it completely." For the first time in months, Maya felt true hope. The Lumini would survive, and something new and wonderful had been born from their struggle. 1 month after the Battle of Lumini, representatives from all major galactic civilizations gathered at Proxima Station. The enormous meeting hall was filled with beings from 100 different worlds. At the center of the room stood a circular table where the leaders would sit. Maya, now recovered from her injuries, entered the hall wearing her formal Earth uniform. The crowd parted respectfully as she walked to her seat. Next to her place floated Elder Luminara, her light pulsing gently. "I never thought I would see this day," Maya whispered to Luminara. "Because of humans, all things are changing," Luminara replied in Maya's mind. The Arcturian High Commander Zex entered last. His metal body showed damage from the battle that had not been fully repaired. He avoided looking at Maya or Luminara as he took his seat. "This emergency galactic summit is now in session," announced the neutral chairperson, a tall being from a distant system. "We are here to discuss the Lumini situation and the events that followed." Ambassador Chen spoke first for Earth. What happened was not just about the Lumini. It revealed a greater truth, that the natural evolution doctrine was sometimes used not to protect the balance of the galaxy, but to suppress species who threatened certain powers. Many delegates nodded in agreement. The telepathic event had shown everyone the truth. "That is a serious accusation," Zex responded coldly. "The Arcturians have maintained order in this galaxy for 10,000 years. Order is not always justice." Chen repeated his words from their earlier meeting. Maya stood up next. The room grew quiet as she approached the central display. "I'm not a politician or diplomat," she began. "I'm just a ship captain who found people in need. But what we discovered about the Lumini changes everything we thought we knew about stellar science." She activated the display, showing the Lumini sun and the energy patterns flowing around it. "The Lumini weren't just victims of a dying star," Maya explained. "They were once caretakers of stars. Their ancestors could stabilize and heal stellar bodies throughout the galaxy." Gasps spread through the crowd. Dr. Wilson joined Maya at the display. "With the Lumini's awakened abilities and human technology working together, We believe we can repair their sun completely, Wilson said, and possibly other dying stars across the galaxy. The Arcturian High Commander stood suddenly. This is what we feared, he admitted. An ancient prophecy spoke of the Lumini one day remaking the stars themselves. We saw this as a threat to the natural order. Not a threat, Maya corrected him. A solution. How many inhabited worlds faced destruction from dying stars? How many species could be saved? For the first time, Zex seemed uncertain. You would use this power only to heal. That is all we ever wished to do. Luminara's thoughts reached everyone in the room. To connect, to heal, to preserve life. The debate continued for hours. Finally, a vote was called. By an overwhelming majority, the Galactic Consortium agreed to overturn the natural evolution doctrine and replace it with a new principle, the Mutual Preservation Initiative. Under this new approach, species would work together to help each other survive and thrive. As the summit ended, Maya was approached by representatives from 12 worlds with dying suns. They all asked the same question. Will you help us too? Maya looked at Luminara, who pulsed with joy. That's why we're here, Maya told them. To help those who need it, no matter who they are or where they come from. As they left the summit, Maya looked out at the stars visible through the station's huge windows. For the first time in galactic history, worlds that had been ancient enemies were now talking about working together. All because humans were stubborn enough to stand by the Lumini. She thought with a smile. Not stubborn, Luminara corrected gently in her mind. Kind. And sometimes, that is the greatest strength of all. 5 years passed since the Battle of Lumini. The small, once-forgotten planet had become one of the most important places in the galaxy. Maya stood on the observation deck of the new space station orbiting the Lumini world. The station was shaped like a giant ring, with sections built by humans, Viridians, Centauri, and even Arcturians working together. Below, the planet glowed with health and life. Admiral Rivera, they're ready for you, said her assistant. Maya smiled. She still wasn't used to her new rank. After the events at Proxima Station, she had been promoted to Admiral and given command of the Stellar Preservation Fleet. The shield that once protected the Lumini from their dying sun was now a massive energy collection array. The Lumini had taught humans and other species how to convert the sun's radiation into clean energy. This energy now powered worlds throughout the sector. Maya entered the ceremony hall where representatives from 36 different species had gathered. Today marked the 5th anniversary of what many now call the Awakening. At the center of the hall floated Elder Luminara, her light brighter and more complex than ever before. Welcome, friends. Luminara's thoughts reached everyone present. We gather to celebrate not just survival, but a new beginning. Dr. Wilson, now the head of the Interspecies Science Academy, presented the latest results. The Lumini population has tripled. They now have colonies on 7 planets, including Earth, and together we have successfully stabilized 3 dying stars, saving billions of lives. The crowd applauded. Maya saw Commander Zex among them. The old Arcturian leader had become one of their strongest supporters after seeing what cooperation could achieve. Today we launch our most ambitious mission, Maya announced. The starship Unity will travel to the Andromeda Galaxy, carrying representatives from all our worlds. The Lumini's ability to communicate across vast distances makes this journey possible. On the view screen, everyone could see the Unity, the largest ship ever built, with sections designed by every major civilization. At its heart was a chamber filled with Lumini, whose telepathic abilities would keep the crew connected to their homes across millions of light years. None of this would have happened if humans had not stood by us when all others turned away. Luminara said, "To honor this bond, we wish to share our greatest gift." The lights in the hall dimmed. Thousands of Lumini entered, surrounding the guests. What happened next was something no one had experienced before. For one brief moment, Every being in the room became part of the Lumini collective consciousness. They felt each other's thoughts, memories, and emotions as if they were their own. When it ended, many had tears in their eyes, including Maya. No one who experienced it would ever see other species the same way again. This is what we were meant to be, Luminera explained. Not separate minds divided by fear, but connected through understanding. As the ceremony ended, Maya walked to the window and looked out at the stars. Somewhere out there, her old ship, the Horizon Asterisk, still floated in pieces, a memorial to the battle that changed everything. Was it worth it? Asked Trell, the Centauri scientist who had defected to help them. Maya smiled. Look around you. Species that once fought wars now build ships together. Worlds that were dying now flourish. And the Lumini, who faced extinction, now help others survive. All because humans refuse to abandon them, Trell said. That's what humans do, Maya replied. We stand by those who need us. And in doing so, we found our place in the stars. As if in response, the Lumini sun flared with a beautiful pulse of light, no longer dangerous, but life-giving and bright. The legacy of one small act of kindness had transformed the galaxy forever.